Hello everyone, and welcome to the second video in my series of how to make a digital escape room. Today we are going to be looking at the different types of puzzles you can create. So, let's go to the first one. Of course, you can use a basic Google drawing and do what I did here. Find the M&M's amount by adding together each in the pre-collected bins. So what you do is you add this together, you subtract this, add, subtract, and then the M&M's candy amount is the digit in the tens place of each answer from least to greatest. Then you get the answer number for this puzzle. This is 1010. So in the tens place is 1, so that'd be the first digit because from least to greatest. And then you get the answer and you type it into the Google Forms, which would be the locks, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video. And then of course, see the way I did this was I had a bunch of squares covering a sheet that I'd already made. Or actually, I didn't make it. I found it online. This goes and this goes. You can see this is actually just a sheet. I put numbers and a bunch of white squares to cover up the equations I didn't want. And then I put the text there with white squares behind it to cover up the other ones. So yes, that's what I did. Then the next one, we're gonna go to this one, which is a just a normal Google Sites. And it's just a normal math problem. The whole thing is that the candies were picked up by the wind and taken all the way to London, and then they have to do a math equation and get the answer from that math equation. So there's a nice and basic one. Then you also have this one. You just have to do some math, put it in, and whenever you put a wrong answer, it'll say it's incorrect. I'll show you how to do that in the next video. And then we have this one. This one's pretty cool. This one is personally my favorite. But the way it works is when you put an answer in, so this is 913. If we take it out, those disappear. If we put a number in, whoa, how do they appear? 508. Yep, and it was, so that's how you know it's correct. If I type in 509, it won't be wrong, it will not be correct. If I type in 508, those appear. Now, how did I do this? Eventually, you'll fill in all these answers, and they'll just appear, and it'll be a candy cane. So, like, the whole thing is that you have to find unveil the secret candy. And it's a candy cane in the end. So somewhere around here, there is a, and there it is. This block has a lot of formula in it. The way this formula works is, let me go back to it. If B8 equals 1273, B6 equals 508, B6 equals 508, as in B6 equals 508, it will display if all of these equal correct, which I've typed in all the numbers. Great job, you discovered the mystery candy, a candy cane. So that's when you know you got it incorrect. Now, how do I make it appear here? This has if B6 equals 508. So B6 equals 508. The number 7 appears here. Now, you don't see a 7, do you? What we're going to do is we're going to right-click, go down here to conditional formatting. So text contains 7. What it does is when this contains 7, it turns red. And when the when the 7 appears here, all text in this box, see, there's the 7. I made it match the color that I was going to change. So you don't see the 7, but you see the color appear, because when the 7 appears there, it causes that color to fill in. So let's make an example. So let's say I want to make a problem in which, let's say 8 plus 4 equals, but 8 plus 4 does equals 12. What you'll do is you'll go here, and what I did is I just shortened these to make it like a grid. But let's say we want this block to turn green when you put the correct answer here. So we're going to go here. We're going to do conditional formatting, and we'll apply to range G6. And we'll do if it is equal to 7, then what you'll do is I want it to turn green. I'll make it turn like this neon green. So, yes. Now, if I put the correct answer here, 12, it's not going to do anything. So what we need to do is we need to go to this square. We need to put the code equals if, parenthesis, then the square we're targeting, which is B5, equals 12, because 12 is the answer. 7 will appear. And then 2 quotes. So now click off. If I put 12 here, 7 will appear. Now, 7 is there, so we want to make it so all text in this box blends in with that, and there it is. So this is the color of the text. I made the color of the text match the color of the box. And let's say you have multiple of these. Let me create a few more. Alright, so I have 3 more. This one is linked with this one is linked with this one is linked with this. Close conditional formatting. Now here, let's go to a square. Now, someone could just click on the square and see the answer formula here. Now, you want to make sure they can't do that. So what you'll do is you'll put it somewhere far away. And if they've never made one of these puzzles, then they won't know that there's this thing down here. So we'll put it down here. What you do is we'll do equals if 2 parentheses and another parenthesis, and then we type in all of our things. So if B5 or B5 equals B5 is over here, so 8 plus 4 is 12. So if B5 equals 12, if B6 equals 11, and if B7 equals 15, that means that the answer is correct. So we're going to put 2 more parentheses facing that way, a comma, a space, and another parenthesis. And in between these parentheses, you can put the message. So, great job, you solved it. And then across from there, you put a comma, space, parenthesis, quote, parenthesis. And that should be it. So, yep, and there's the message. So if I take one of these away, that will disappear. But if I put 15, it'll appear. Great job, you solved it. And of course, you can color these just by changing the coloring of the square. So there it goes. Alright, another type of puzzle you could do is a hidden item puzzle, or something like that. So here's how to do it. We'll go to Insert, we'll insert an image. So what we'll do is we'll take this room, we can resize the Google Drawing by this little thing right here. Resize it. So let me put it in the corner like this. Drag the resizing tool here. And now the image is sized with the thing. And let's put an item in here that we want to be hidden. Alright, find a good image of a coffee mug that has a transparent background. The reason you want to have a transparent background is if it has a background, it's going to stand out a lot. You're going to be able to tell that it's standing out from the image. So, of course, this isn't the best. It's kind of obvious that it's an image, but do the best you can. So, what you do is you take this, and you click, when the image is selected, up here on this toolbar, it should say Insert Link. So let's put a link in for this, just randomly choosing it. Apply. And there it is. So whenever they go to click on this image when they're not editing it, it will take them to that link. So that's how that can work. You can have a room filled with like a bunch of bizarre things, and then this one thing, when you click on this one thing, it takes you to maybe another puzzle or the answer to the puzzle. And I hope to see you in the next video, which will be the last in the series.